It's time to get a checkup on the news now with Issue Today, and Angela Chung has joined me in the studio for that. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Sinyan.
So you said you enjoyed the great weather this weekend?
I did.
How did you enjoy it?
What a beautiful weekend.
Uh-huh. Did you go out?
Yes, on Saturday, I went out to Lake Park in Ilsan with my dog and my family. Just walked along the whole not
A lot
river,
of people, right?
the lake.
Around the
Yes, a
lake.
lot. But the park itself is really big, so we just sat down and had a little picnic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was very nice. And yesterday I went to a wedding, so it was a pretty busy weekend.
Well done. Oh, the weddings are going to be changing, right? I mean, the limit on guests have been changed. And that actually is a lead-in for our first story because starting today, there are sort of different social distancing measures. We're still under the same level 4 here in Seoul and the greater Seoul area for the next month. But there are some changes, and you're going to give us an update on that?
That's right. The wedding I went yesterday was definitely very, very small.
Still under like the 40 or 9 or 50
Yes,
level,
so
right?
49, so under level 4.
Right.
And the level will continue, but starting from today until October 3rd, the same social distancing levels will extend for 4 more weeks, but restrictions on private gatherings will be slightly relieved to 6 to 8 people. So when 6 to 8 people meet at night, which is after 6 p.m., the number of unvaccinated or partially vaccinated people must not exceed 2 in each gathering. So for example, if 6 people want to meet privately, it must be 4 fully vaccinated people and 2 unvaccinated people. If 3 are fully vaccinated and other 3 are unvaccinated, this combination will be not allowed. But during the day, if you have fully vaccinated people in your group, up to 6 people can gather privately under the social distancing level 4, whereas up to 8 people will be allowed at level 3. So remember, the eased private gathering rules will apply only to restaurants, cafes, and homes. So the use of multi-purpose facilities will remain prohibited.
Right. So it can be a little bit complicated when you first hear of it, but basically the number of people allowed in a private gathering goes up to 6. During the day, that means 4 unvaccinated plus 2 vaccinated, and then after 6, it's reversed, right? 4
Yes.
vaccinated and 2 unvaccinated. Okay. Now, of course, we do have one of the most important holidays coming up, Chuseok, and so many people are hoping to get together with their family. And so there are some restrictions kind of being eased on family gatherings for the Chuseok holiday especially.
Definitely. During the upcoming Chuseok holiday, private gatherings of up to 8 family members will be allowed, but it will be allowed only at home, so not outside. So this means up to 8 family members can gather or have dinner at home inside, but they'll not be allowed to dine out or visit their ancestral graves together, unfortunately, this time. Family members here refer to lineal families, relatives, and in-laws. But please remember, when you count, infants and toddlers will also count as a family member.
Oh, they don't count to like 0.3 or 0.2. No, that's too bad. Well, let's look on the bright side. I mean, of course, we cannot meet outside, but it's inside the home is where we usually gather for these holidays anyways, right?
Right.
And let's hope that the numbers will go down. So authorities have been hinting that we might be transitioning to with Corona in October, right?
Yes.
Okay, another piece of important news, these subsidies that are going to be handed out. There is a process for that, and the applications for receiving this, they open today. So give us some more details.
Sure. The Seoul City government announced that application for the government subsidy starts today until October 29th. 7.1 million people will meet this criteria designated by the government are eligible for the subsidy. It's based on household with gross income at or below 80% by the amount of national health insurance premium one paid in June this year. For double income households, the calculation category where one more household member is added will apply. And for single person household, the calculation category corresponding to the year income of 58 million won will apply.
So apparently this will apply to about 88% of the national population. Are there any exceptions, though, to the eligibility guidelines that you just explained?
Yes, even if you're eligible for the subsidy from the calculation process I mentioned, if the sum of tax base amount of your properties exceeds 900 million won as of 2020, or the sum of your yearly financial asset income surpasses 20 million won, you're no longer subject to the government subsidy.
Okay, if you are eligible, how can you receive the money and actually where can they use it? Very important too.
Yes, if you're eligible, you can choose the way you receive it from several options. So you can use the money after charging it on your credit card, debit card, mobile 서울 사랑 gift certificate, or even a prepaid card. And you can spend the money you received at small local businesses such as traditional markets, local supermarkets, local restaurants, hair salons, and so on.
All right, so today the application's open, but they are taking a sort of a staggered kind of approach, right, to prevent a kind of a lockdown or too many
Right.
people swarming it at once.
Right. So the application will be done based on the end digit of your date of birth. So you can apply in rotations depending on the last number. On Monday, people with ending number 1 and 6 can apply. On Tuesday, number and ending number with 2 and 7. Wednesday, 3 and 8. On Thursdays, 4 and 9, and on Fridays, 5 and 0. So if you're born in 1991, the ending number of your date of birth is 1, so you can apply on Mondays starting today.
All right. And any words of caution regarding where and when to use the subsidy?
Yes, so any cautions is well, please don't forget to apply for it and check if you're eligible. And you can apply again from today until October 29th. And don't forget to use it because the amount left on the card by the end of this year, the remaining amount will be returned to the local authorities.
All right. I've been getting a lot of text messages from my bank and credit card companies regarding how to apply for this. But we have to be a little bit cautious of this, right? Because there's smishing sort of schemes going around.
Right. So to coincide with the timing of application and receipt of the government subsidy, the number of smishing cases are expected to rise by those who would falsely identify themselves as a government official or person from a credit card company.
And smishing, of course, is the word combining SMS and phishing.
That's right. Smishing is an act of sending a short text messages with a malicious application address or URL, deceiving receivers into installing any app or making them call anywhere. Eventually, they end up illegally taking people's financial or even personal information. So the KCC advised if you receive text messages with dubious links or sources, make sure you take a careful look at the message.
Take a careful look. You should not do some things, right? What are the warning signs or what should we not do?
That's right. So first, please do not click any link if you're not sure about it. Delete the message immediately, and if you have already the message. And you must be careful with clicking any link or URL in the text message. You can also get consultation from 118 Consultation Center if you have any questions for free 24 hours a day.
All right, very useful and helpful tips and news today. Thank you very much for those updates, Angela. We'll see you again on Friday.
See you on Friday.